Lincoln Model KB Convertible Victoria by Brunn 1934. The acquisition of Henry Leyland's Lincoln Motor Company gave Ford the luxury division they lacked. Ford was a one-model brand at the time, and this opened the door into the potentially higher profit sales of luxury models. The Leyland Lincoln was a finely engineered if a bit conservative motor car. The styling of the Lincoln would be changed to give it a stylistic connection to the Ford brand. This would become most apparent in 1928 with the introduction of the Model A and its strong resemblance to the Lincoln. With the major revamp of the Ford brand for 1932, Lincoln would receive a similar redesign. The two brands would continue to share a stylistic connection, and both would receive new power plants. Ford would adopt the legendary flathead V8 and Lincoln would get a powerful V12. Initially employing the fork and blade design of the Leyland-designed V8, the new engine was smooth, robust and significantly more powerful than the 8. The new model was offered in long and short wheelbases. The short was dubbed the Ka and the long the KB. The Ka would be equipped with its predecessor's V8 for 1932 but would not be offered after this point. The new Lincolns for 1932 showed a refined styling that significantly updated the aging L model. The fresh look incorporated a Ford-style radiator shell, and the car rode on more modern 18-inch wire-spoke wheels, and was offered in, as was customary for Lincoln, an extensive catalog of body styles including many expensive custom styles. Lincoln's custom offering was very impressive. They had cataloged styles from most top custom body makers including LeBaron, Dietrich, Willoughby, Waterhouse and Brunn. The KB chassis would earn legendary status in period and today is a highly desirable senior CCCA classic. Praised for its excellent driving qualities, with exceptionally light and predictable steering and fine power-boosted brakes, the KB has become quite popular with seasoned classic-era enthusiasts with an appetite for touring. For 1933, Lincoln would be an all V12 brand, adding a slightly smaller 12 that would replace the aging 8-cylinder unit. A new 1933 front-end styling updated the look of the car considerably, while stylistically Lincoln did take a step backwards, reverting to a louvered hood. This mistake would be corrected when the hood doors returned in 1934. Things got back on track for 1934. The styling was refined and the new models had a polished modern look. A new larger version of the 1933 Ka engine was now adopted for the KB model. This more modern engine, though slightly smaller than the original KB V12, was rated at identical horsepower. This exceptionally correct and proper 1934 Lincoln KB Convertible Victoria survived in the same ownership for over 7 decades. Having been acquired by its long-term custodian in 1942, it remained in the same love and care until just recently. Purchased in 1942 in the Worcester area of Massachusetts, its young new owner used it to deliver newspapers to distribution terminals. He then enjoyed it for several years as his daily driver. Eventually the Lincoln would be laid up, and then later returned to the road after it had matured from daily driver to cherished classic. Always taking exceptional care of his car, the owner tended to the maintenance and service needs of his cherished custom-bodied KB. Along the way the engine was rebuilt and the car was repainted to the highest standard of the day. The car was never torn down and fully restored, and today one is thankful of this when driving it. The Lincoln exhibits the driving quality few restored classics have. It is smooth and precise, the way Henry Ford had intended. Despite the Lincoln's level of originality, it is clean and tidy underneath. During a recent inspection by a marque expert, it was noted how proper the car was throughout, and that it possessed original features rarely seen on cars today. The KB wears the rare and attractive convertible Victoria coachwork by Brunn, of which experts believe only about a half dozen of this type were built, with just 3 surviving examples known to exist. The body is curvaceous and features a sculptural integrated trunk at the rear. The door shut and panel fit are as quite good, as you would expect on a car with such inherent integrity as this one. The stylish coachwork is further enhanced by the black paint. A more complementary paint scheme is hard to imagine. Displaying older, but very presentable exterior paint job and chrome brightwork, the Lincoln was recently treated to a new interior and convertible top. Mechanically, the car has been recently serviced, and has been used with regularity in the last year. This exceptional Lincoln KB has a wonderful combination of things in its favor: good history, great styling, rarity, and a level of authenticity and originality rarely seen in such cars. An especially attractive model of the mark, this wonderful Lincoln Convertible Victoria brilliantly captures the elegance of the classic era, and should provide much more enjoyment to its next owner.